What's going on, guys? What's going on, guys? How's everyone doing today? My name is Chad Big Bad Johnson. I am representing the Market Down podcast, and I am going live with a live recap for Elimination Chamber 2022. I just finished watching it. Forgive me for being a little late. I just went to get something to eat, went to the bathroom, tried to get ready for you guys. So I'm thoroughly upset with the pay-per-view, but let's go match for match. If you guys want to jump in the comments and give me a little chat, we can talk, have some fun. First, we started off with Roman versus Goldberg. The match was very, very subpar. We had two spears from Goldberg, which looked nice. I like Goldberg enough, I guess. Everyone knew Roman was going to win, but the match was literally like 4 to 6 minutes. Wasn't any real depth to it. There was no story being told. Roman won. It was a bit lackluster. So then, also, let me preface this by letting you guys know that I absolutely missed the pre-show. If it was good, then it was good. Sorry I missed it. If it was bad, I expected it because I was quite underwhelmed. All right, second match going. We had the Women's Chamber. We had Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Doudrop, Liv Morgan, Nikki ASH, and Rhea Ripley. I think it was a great showing for Rhea for sure. This was probably hands down the best match of the day, which is not saying a lot because the pay-per-view itself wasn't really that good, but whatever. We had some strong moments. Alexa Bliss with the new debut or the comeback. That was pretty good. No complaints with that. Bianca looked strong per usual. Rhea looked really great per usual. Nikki ASH had her own little spots that were creative, and that made that okay. I honestly can't say that I remember Doudrop as much in the match. She did nothing memorable. Liv looked okay. I think half of that was because of her attire. She looked like Britney Spears in the "Oops, I Did It Again" video, but that was cool. We liked that. That was a cute homage, if you will. The match was okay. It was, believe it or not, this match was, I think, as long as all of the women's matches have been in the last week put together. So it was good to see, the women get their shine. Bianca looked super strong. I really, really thought Alexa was going to win if you guys saw the prediction videos before, but they gave it to Bianca. I kind of wish they let Bianca sit a little bit more. My thoughts were that they would have Alexa Bliss win and have her face Becky at WrestleMania, have Becky win, and then prolong Bianca and Becky's revenge story for SummerSlam, since last SummerSlam is when Bianca lost. I was really, really rooting for that, but end of the day, I guess we kind of knew what it was. So I'm hoping that Bianca now goes to WrestleMania and wins, even though it would have been much better at SummerSlam since Bianca already had her WrestleMania moment. However, I guess I can't really complain about that. We move on into Naomi and Ronda Rousey versus Charlotte and Sonya Deville. I gotta say, this match kind of took the wind out of me. The stipulation was that Ronda had to have her hand tied behind her back since Sonya Deville's arm was broken or injured. In the beginning of the match, Sonya Deville gave us the realization that she was not injured and she could use her hand to the best of her abilities, in which she did in a very heel tactic. Charlotte kind of played to a heel, but some of it was cowardice and I don't know, it wasn't that good. Naomi, as great of a performer as she is, I feel like she didn't get enough shine, enough spotlight, even though she's one of the best major talents to me. I'm sure some of my other pod mates would disagree, but to me, Naomi is one of the better of the women superstars, and I thought it would go differently. I am glad that I guess the faces got the win, even though now it seems like Ronda will never lose a match, or if she does, it won't be anytime soon, as I think she's taking the championship from Charlotte, which I thank the company for doing because I don't want to see Charlotte as champion anymore. I'd rather see her chasing or in a feud or doing literally anything else in the world that'll make us interested in Charlotte again. Uh, Naomi and Rhonda walked away with the win, which I just said. So that was cool. Then from there, we went to. After this match took most of the steam out of me, we went to a match that further took more steam out of me. We had Drew McIntyre versus Madcap Moss in a no disqualification match. My predictions were right with this. Drew McIntyre walked away with the win. There was a spot where Madcap Moss got slammed on his head that looked really, really it looked really painful. I'll say. I'll keep it at that. It looked painful. I wished it. I was hoping that that was a play and he was overselling it, but it does not look like he was overselling it. Baron Corbin did do a great job of getting him out the ring and giving him space and time to breathe, just in case it was an actual injury. I hope it's not. We'll see later on down the line. But Baron Corbin actually looked pretty good in this match. I thought he did all right. Drew McIntyre always does well. I just don't want to see him doing this. It's antics, it's shenanigans. I'm now thinking, what the hell does he do at WrestleMania? Which puts me in a funk because, again, I feel like all these great superstars will have literally nothing to do. And this is a pay per view that's going to spread over 2 nights and it's going to be literally exhausting. But let's move on. Drew McIntyre walked away with the win after Claymore. He had the sword in his hand while he did it. It looked kind of cool, but the match itself was deflating the quality for me. I started getting sleepy and tired. I went on Twitter a few times. I went to the bathroom when I didn't have to go to the bathroom. I ate extra chips in between. um, After that, we went into Becky versus Lita for the women's championship. We had Becky, who's the champion, defending against Lita. Lita looked very good. I cannot lie. Lita looked very good. Becky always looks good. We know that. Big time Bex. She came in, she did her thing. The match itself was better, and I thought that it would, I guess, I thought the end would be amazing, and it was not. It was a major letdown. However, Becky, of course, looked great. As did Lita. Lita looked really strong as a legend. We have to, bow down in respect, give our homage to our legends. We have Daniel in the comments asking, where's Eric? Eric is a no call, no show. If this were a real job, he would be fired. But back to the match. The match was good, but then the ending was so subpar. It was like literally super mediocre. It looked like Becky kind of didn't sell the moonsault, and then out of nowhere, Lita got up, and the transition to the Becky's finisher was just kind of it was kind of sloppy. Like it didn't do much for me. But I digress. Becky walks away with the win. She keeps her title. Then we move into the Usos versus the Viking Raiders. I actually like the Viking Raiders. I wish WWE liked the Viking Raiders, and maybe we wouldn't end up with the shit we did. So we got the Usos versus the Viking Raiders, and then what do you know? We don't have the Usos versus the Viking Raiders. The Viking Raiders came in, made their entrance. The Usos attacked them, apparently to a point of incapacitation, to where the Viking Raiders could not regain their composure and have this match for the tag team championships. It was the biggest letdown of the entire pay-per-view for me. I kind of wanted the main event to hurry up and go by so I could turn the TV off, but then we got there and I was like, well, at least we'll have a good tag team match, to no avail. Blah. So again, the wind is just letting out of all of my sails. It's dampering the whole mood. I can feel the disappointment growing and building because the main event is coming up, and we all have heard on Twitter and saw on Instagram what we thought the finish of the main event was going to be. Then we get to that main event. We have the men's Elimination Chamber match. We have Bobby Lashley. We have AJ Styles. We have Seth freaking Rollins. We have Austin Theory. We have Riddle. And we have Brock Lesnar. You would think that this match would be phenomenal. You think we have a good 30, 40 minutes left on the clock. Maybe they'll, stretch it out, make it one of the best quality chambers we've ever had. It is probably going to be top 3 worst chambers we've ever seen. Anybody who wants to debate me, please put down in the comments and we can have a discussion. Very early on, where is James? James is on vacation. I'm sure he's seen this, and I'm sure he feels the same exact way as I do. What a letdown. I'm sure Rev feels the exact same way. Danny, where are you? Where are you, Danny? That's a better question. No, Danny has to work, guys. So unfortunately, it's just me. But that's fine because this will just make this shorter instead of longer with multiple opinions. My boy John Blatner. Thank you, bro. He's great. John Blatner is great. So we get into the main event off rip. First 5 minutes, we get Austin Theory through Bobby Lashley's pod. Bobby Lashley falls. He's all discombobulated, and then what do you know? He's incapacitated to compete, just like the Viking Raiders. He has apparently a concussion. He's out of the match before the first elimination, and he's never coming back. This marks the 4th black person that WWE has shit on as a champion. Disgusting. Anyway, Bobby Lashley's gone. There's no way he can win the championship. And now the announcers are telling us that no matter what, we're going to have a new WWE champion. And it's in that moment you realize that everything you predicted and everything you thought about is going to happen in the next 20 minutes. So after that, Theory looked strong. I'll give him that. AJ looked okay. Seth looked okay. Riddle looked very well. He looked like he had the stamina. He looked pretty strong. They're all in the ring. Then all of a sudden we have the beast, the behemoth, the monster, Brock Lesnar. He busts out of his pod because he doesn't want to wait for his turn, and he comes in and he boom F5 Seth Rollins. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins is out as the first elimination. Seth freaking Rollins, the dark horse, the one that everybody is like, maybe he could win. Maybe they'll do something different. Nope. First person out of here. After that, AJ Styles. Boom. F5. 1, 2, 3. AJ is out of here second. The other person that you thought, maybe he does have a chance because he is quite popular with the fans. No way. So now we're left with Brock Lesnar, Austin Theory, and Riddle. Everybody on the streets, aka Twitter, was saying that we thought Riddle was going to win so that they can set up some feud between RK Bro, which I think everybody kind of was like, that would be cool. It's new. It's interesting. It'll be dope. Nope. Riddle goes bye-bye. Now we have Austin Theory versus Brock Lesnar. Austin Theory puts on, I guess, the best match of his life. He has a little cowardice, but he gets over. He hits a low blow. He gets a couple moves off, DDTs here and there. He's running around the cage, makes it look kind of cool, like everything we watched wasn't a whole crock of shit. Him and Brock Lesnar go on the top of the pod. He's trying to escape. He almost escapes. Brock Lesnar pulls him down, F5s him from the top of the pod in the Elimination Chamber. He falls down. He's groggy. He's nasty. Brock Lesnar sits on top of the pod for a minute, and he's like, yeah, bitch, I'm Brock Lesnar, your next champion, which we all know. Blah. He comes down. I thought he was going to F5 Austin Theory again. No way. Let's drag him in here and get this pin out. 1, 2, 3. Out of here. Brock Lesnar is the new WWE champion. We haven't heard that before. They go on to say excuse me, they go on to say that Bobby Lashley is still incapacitated. They think he has a concussion. He'll probably be out for a while. And Brock Lesnar just relishes in the thought that he's the champion and we're going to get a champion versus champion match at WrestleMania in 6 weeks. And it's going to be awesome. And he's flexing. And it's literally the same shit every pay-per-view. I've actually gone on longer than I thought I was going to go on because I'm so upset. I had to share my disappointment with you guys. Thank you for tuning in. This is a crock of bullshit. WWE is getting on my nerves. I'm withered. I'm weary. I'm exhausted. We're going to get Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the championship. If James were here, he would be able to pinpoint the exact amount of times it was. I want to say the 4th time. Whatever. We'll do the predictions when WrestleMania is stirring and coming about. I hope they throw a wrench in some kind of plans. Now it's making maybe Cody look okay coming in. I don't know. All right, guys. It's Saturday night. Saturday afternoon because we didn't get a nighttime pay-per-view. It's Saturday afternoon leading into the evening. I'm going to go have a drink or something and have fun because it's Saturday and I wanted to be intrigued. Boo-hoo. All right, guys. You have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday for Danny's recap of Raw. I'm Chad Big Bad Johnson. This is the Mark It Down Podcast. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, send to a friend, have that friend send it to another friend because once we get to 100, my boy James is going to rap. And I know everybody wants to hear that, so let's get it done. All right, Chad out.